Alright, so in this tutorial, we're going to go over how PantheonOS can be used to conduct image analysis. So the process is honestly very similar to what we did last time with genomic analysis. So what I've kind of gone ahead and done is I've attached an image. This is specifically a TIFF file. This is a slide taken from a fetal heart around 7 weeks old, and I'm giving a very general prompt. So I'm just briefly explaining what the file is, and then I'm saying conduct a basic but comprehensive image analysis workflow on the attached file. Obviously, you can make the prompts as specific as you want. You can attach multiple files to generate some comparisons. You can also link the files. Again, if you're doing some spatial transcriptomics, you can add files on genomic data and then mapping that data to images on top of the images themselves. But yeah, this is just a very basic prompt to kind of just show you the process. So I'm going to submit this. And then again, we get kind of the initial response from the platform. We can open the side panel here to get a better understanding of anything that's going on. So immediately we can see that certain steps are being taken and planned out. If I go to the plan tab, there's no plan just yet. So right now it's really just taking a look at the file just to understand it, see what analysis can be done. So after a couple of minutes, we can see that, oh, well, it just kind of skipped over it, but you can see that a plan and task MD files have been produced. So we can see the plan. You can see a very detailed plan here, actually. See a plan and to do, and then the same files will show up in the output. Or maybe they'll show up eventually. So after some time, the analysis has been completed. We can see the completion notification in both the main panel and the side panel. As I was kind of monitoring this task in the execution timeline, I noticed that there were a lot of mistakes the platform was catching and then rewriting and fixing by itself. So that is one feature that makes the analysis that this platform does very rigorous. It's able to detect its own mistakes, it's able to detect its own issues and fix them in the way it sees fit. And if it feels like it's limited in doing so with the quality of the data or just confusions with the user's query, then it will mention those as well in the final report. So for example, that one limitation that it finally notes at the very end after a lot of iterative analysis is that with pale hematoxin staining and a gray background, thresholding for nuclei detection was difficult, and that image analysis was difficult and required iterative analysis. Obviously, if you go to the plan and see to do, all the different steps are marked off, and in the output, we can see a bunch of different figures. We can see an analysis report even. And then we can also see the results in the form of a JSON file. And then the Python file that was used by the platform to create and run code. One thing I will mention, just kind of at the end of this tutorial, I mean, a lot of it is similar to the genomic analysis that I showed in the previous video. If you want, in the previous video, the code for the analysis was run through a notebook rather than a Python file. And an analysis report, a comprehensive report, wasn't actually outputted in the last video with the genomic analysis. All of that, any specific modalities of output, whether it's a comprehensive report or all the code in either a Python file or an algorithm, that can be specified in the prompt as well as of course like specific types of figures. My prompts have been very, very general, so sometimes the analysis is outputted in slightly different modalities, but all of that can be specified by the prompts as well. And that can also just lead to more consistency in the work that you do with the platform. So yeah, that's really just showing kind of the image analysis capabilities of the PantheonOS platform. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.